Today we'll play some Golden Necker Skellige, but I want to try out a bunch of buffed cards in this one, not just play all the good old Self-Wound stuff. So we're going to play a leader you don't often see with Golden Necker, which is Patricidal Fury, because the good old card Madman Lugo's got a 1 power buff. Want to try him out? I figured we'd try and do something a bit different here. So we're going to go with Madman Lugo, so we're going to go with Hemdall as well. He got buffed a couple patches ago. I've been waiting to find a deck for him to go in. I think this one will work out just fine. And then we have Morkvarg Heart of Terror as a tall punish in our deck now. Basically, we're playing this over the Yalmar because we aren't going to play as much graveyard setup with the Blaze of Glory leader or discards. So we're going to do this instead of the Yalmar. Try him out since he got buffed. And we're going to play some Dagger. Combo's great with the Hemdall, combo's great with Heart of Terror, and combo's pretty well with the deck overall. And then we're going to play your Hershka, your Alula, that kind of stuff. But I guess we should just go through the whole deck at this point. So Patricidal Fury, like we said, we're going to use this mainly to empower Dagger, potentially to empower the Madman Lugos, ideally to do both, but you never know. We have the Golden Necker, we have Royal Decree, Hemdall, Ciri Nova. I always go back and forth on Nova. I'm not the biggest fan of her in decks without synergies, but she works all right here. You could cut her for a different thinning card if you wish, because we are a little short on thinning. That would be a potentially good idea. Then we have the Heart of Terror mentioned, Dagger we mentioned. Gwent tutors either Ciri or a Bear Witcher. We've got the right to bring back usually Alula, but you can do other stuff as well, depending on the situation. The location, Lula, we mentioned these cards already. We're going to throw an Ermion here. Ermion is nice because we get access to some alchemies that will be quite useful. Main one here being right is pretty impactful to bring back the Alula. If you don't get Alula, it's a little unfortunate here because we're not playing something like Blaze of Glory does with Yada that you can just bring back for big points. So that's something to be concerned with. If you miss the right on Alula, it's usually like Hershka, where you have to get Bear Witcher, which isn't great. But I think it's worth having access from Ermion, which also means we'll play Decoction for removal, we'll play a Shackles for lock, and we'll play a Crow's Eye for Purify. Crow's Eye over Ale in this because one of the things we want to watch out for is our Dagger getting poisoned when it gets really tall. And I think we'll use the Crow's Eye in this one, because I'm less concerned about lock, more concerned about actual other statuses. Then we have the 2 Scalds. This could be anything, but we were short on tutoring, so we only have the 1 Decree, we have the 1 Quen, and we have the Ermion, which is not the most tutoring for Golden Necker deck, or thinning. So we put the 2 Scalds in to cycle a bit. I think I like that, but you could do with any of the other 4s here. Double up on like a Berserker, double up on Marauder, which are our other cards here. And then we're playing the 1 Squirrel for a bit of Graveyard Punish, and the 2 Warriors here, just because they have so much synergy. And overall, very good cards. So that is the deck, guys. Should be a fun one. I am actually so disappointed. I just played a couple Warruff games, and we played against Self-Wound, and we threw out Dagger. They couldn't kill it, and every time they triggered a Small Blood, we got more points than they damaged. It was really funny. I'm so sad we didn't record that. But anyway, guys, we'll get into some games here. Maybe we'll get something else equally funny. Probably some Renfree Koshchey. Squirrel's good against Oneiromancy if it's Manor Koshchey. Definitely want one of those in the deck for our Quen. This is good if they open Necker. I think we put that back just because it takes so long for the Adrenaline. So it is Manor. Is Manor. Alula's great here because he doesn't have a way to answer outside of Riptide. Probably also Heatwave. We should start with this. Alula gets an extra ping. I don't think we can contest a Larva necessarily. It's a concern. So we'll have an answer to that. Maybe Heatwave's Alula and then this goes through, but we don't have synergies with it. We do have a Decoction. This is base 2, right? We could hit this, Brockvar. We have a chance to ping and kill. So get Alula. Let's get Alula. I think our only chance to contest the round is if she lives. Which I think he will kill her. Probably Heatwave or Riptide, one of the two. No, he's just gonna go full engine. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We can remove some of the engine here. So if this has 3 damage, this kills it. So we want to have another one get damaged. This is 4, so that won't work on that. So I think we just take out these 2 in the ranged row. I think we just do this. Just take out some stuff. Yeah, nothing surprising here.
The mist gonna pass me those lovely earrings, or do I tear them off myself?
I think we go dagger. We'll do 1 just in case there's a Toad Prince. I highly doubt it. But what's the Erendite count at? He passed at 9, 8, 7, 6. So this can't die to Erendite either. Could be Erendite into this. Let's just actually do 1 more. No, this should be right. Because it doesn't remove us from Erendite range if we do another one. Because he's still Erendite Cursed Damsel. He's in Cosmo anyway. But now we can go with the Giant Hemdall, which is what we were aiming to do. Ooh, Istrid's really good. This is good too, because we're not going to kill it with Hemdall. Plus Hemdall zaps it. Which, you never know. This is a very good Hemdall turn. Dagger's going to get really big. It's a couple points short here. Should have done an extra leader. I wanted to not make our... I wanted to at least have a couple for Madman Lugos. So we could kill like a Sir Scratch with him. He still has 6 reach. We'll go to Koshchey next. Probably remove the Botchling. That's a fairly big swing. It's either Botchling or her. Botchling's more consistent. Let's do that.
I can help you if you wish.
I'm surprised he hasn't removed the dagger. I guess he'll remove it soon. There's likely a heat wave in his hand or something. He's going to do some draws with Istrid. So for each special he draws, this boosts himself by 1. Well, not in unit, I guess, but the rest should be specials. We have our Quen Bear Witcher, or Quen Siri. This doesn't really have a tall punish, but I want last say so we can hit the Morntart. Okay, I mean, winning on even is potentially better because we can force the Morntart too. Alright, buff the Morkvarg. Let's see what it does here. Surely he has a punish for that. Actually, this drew only units. That is good to know, this drew only units. And we take it down with Morkvarg Dagger for round 1. Let's see if we can keep this up. He did only commit bronzes for the most part there. But we'd like to force Scenario. Not Scenario. We want to force the Career through Koshchey. And then hopefully even the Morntart. That would require some doing though. Debating if we want to cycle. Probably not. I'd rather have the squirrel because he's probably going to Neuromancy something. This protects us from Riptide but loses to Heatwave. rather be safe from Riptide to start with, because either way he'll Heat Wave it. We can kill that with Madman Lugos and the leaders. The only viable play here is a squirrel, which you don't really love to see. Does make the Morntart 1 point smaller, but he probably would have Iron this turn if he had it. Let's see if there's a Caranthe or Koshchey. So we might let Bear Witcher that one. Oh, he's gonna go for this. We can kill this or Scratch then. That's even better. Oh, he didn't. He's not gonna let us kill the Sir Scratch. If we pass here, he still has regular Koshchey leader round 3. We maintain last say. That's not very impactful, to be honest. We want to get Ciri. We can do 1 leader. Lugos kills this, forces the other Koshchey out. I like that idea. Then this does 4. Oh, we already had the Ciri. This is for Bear Witcher because we drew the Ciri. But we want to kill this Koshchey here. We just want to maybe force out all of his cards. There's the second one. And we get the leader. So he has Morntart left as a good play. Yeah, he's got Morntart left. He's got maybe an Erendite or something. We have Hershka revive Alula. If we draw the Hershka. Right now we can trade Crow's Eye for a card from his hand. Probably worth it, to be honest. We just don't want to boost anything to Riptide range. And we obviously don't want to Purify Ciri, that's for sure. He's a Necker. Okay, so we just got a bronze out of his hand. That's okay. He gets a bigger Morntart now, though. Now we pass. He does have a Morntart last say, but we have Leader and Golden Necker left. And also we have a good Bear Witcher play. Potentially Alula Hershka. We want to draw that. This means we guarantee right off of the Necker. So that's great, actually. So we're guaranteed right, and this, we get a random unit. If we get Bear Witcher, it's fine. We still have another Bear Witcher. I think this is our best hand. There's just redraws that are bad here. There's a lot of redraws that could be bad. So I think we just keep this. The Warrior or Marauder also has really good synergies with the Alula we're going to bring back. Unless he squirrels us. If he does that, we have to bring back Hemdall. Or Dagger, actually. Dagger is a very dangerous card here, too. Let's see how he wants to open this. We probably just throw the Necker right away. Okay, so then we maybe don't. Now, I want the Alula as soon as possible. And she's protected because of the Nova. We could go Hershka first. Let's do the Hershka first. Necker next turn. That way, if we want to do the Alula combo with her order, we can do it with an extra point ticking. Yeah, this looks like we're going to have a decent shot here. Let's do this.
All that dancing around. It's not for me.
What do you need?
Get our Alula.
Double the coin and consider it done.
I think we just have too much now. There's the Oneiromancy. There's the Morntart. That is fine. So we're going to get Bear Witcher off of this. This locks something. We could just use this here. I think that makes the most sense. That way we can hit this guaranteed off of our pings here. We're keeping our 6s small just in case there's like a Igni or something. We'll boost after he goes.
Well played.
Give him a well played too. Where is it? Well played. And then we'll play this. See what he's got. He's saying thanks to us. Morvid. Okay. We do actually have to play our last card. So let's do that.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
Let's click everything. $32-point win there. Very nice. Winning round 1 was key, so it's a great thing we got to do that with our dagger. Dagger is very dangerous. Like, people respect dagger. But sometimes you can't kill it. Like, he couldn't kill it, so GG. 692, playing some Symbiosis. We're going to play Symbiosis with buffed Gezeros, I think, at some point this season, too. So I don't really like non-Golden Necker movement. Either Symbiosis or mid-range Devotion with Gezeros, we'll see. Do like me some Gezeros, that is for sure. Let's see what he's got going on. Enchanted Armor, that's interesting actually. Wonder what that's for. We'd love to see Madman Lugos here, and we do have him, so. Potential Aquan kill here, but this is probably an Aquan hand buff, maybe? Or he's playing something with weird hand buff synergies? Not sure.
Mother Earth, I grant you my life. From you it came, to you.
Alright, if it's Devotion, this is out of reach of all control. It's non-Devotion, which is the better version. He'll have to spend something on it. I don't think he wants to Eskel it, but he could. If he does that, the only other option is you can go into some of the... There's the Aquan. Which is good, we can kill that now. So we have Brockvar. Let's say, otherwise he's gonna have to like put a Fog out and then hit it with a Rebuke the turn after. That does not save her. So we'll kill her. Take out the Aquan. It's very scary for him. We have good value here now. Hemdall should hit pretty hard. Especially if he keeps stacking the road. Do we just... I don't really want to throw the Hemdall now. I kind of want just bronze value. If we Hemdall and he passes, we also have Siri, which should be immune. It's in Devotion. I think we just take this value. Just don't hit the same thing twice. Yeah, it makes Hemdall worse. That's why I wasn't thrilled about it, but it is really good bronze value. So it's non-Devotion. No surprise there. He's spawning everything ranged. It's kind of funny. Everything went ranged. That is not great for him, to be honest. This can't die to Eskel, but sometimes people try. Want to play it for carryover anyway here. The amount of people have tried to Eskel or... Yeah, mostly Eskel, although occasionally I've seen a Trial of Grasses hit Siri too. It's a mistake everyone makes occasionally. You just forget. I want to fire this next turn. He's still spawning them all ranged, which obviously he has no control over, but it is funny. So we want to do Hemdall now before the Rebuke kills our person. This should hit very hard, as long as we don't hit the same thing multiple times. Ooh, this is going to die, actually. That's a pretty big deal. That's not expected, but we will take it, that's for sure. Hemdall doing his duty there. Really messing with the opponent's board. He can't be happy about this. I think we just do our Bear Witcher now. Because the shield actually blocks a Frost Tick. Which is somewhat relevant for points. If we think he's playing buffed Gezros, we should just be killing these. We have no more wide punish. Is this a strong push now? Oh, is he highlighting for Eskel? Mating season. Yeah, we don't have more wide punish. This is good for him. We do have a tall punish, though. We're probably not going to end up winning this on even. That's fine, because we are carrying over a Siri. So he's getting 2. He's going to take it. So 2, 3, 6, 7 points, and we're taking 1 damage. So 8 differential when we pass. So effectively, we need a 14 points to get up here. Not a clean way to do that. We probably have the Madman Lugos. Or Heart of Terror, even if we do play this. So I think we just do this. We probably play one of these big ones anyway.
The only good human is a dead human.
Alright, what's he going to try and kill here? I guess he can kill Alula. Or max value would be the Bear Witcher. Let's go for the Bear Witcher. Take 2 damage next turn. Heart of Terror would probably... He would get 2 back. So this will be worth 5 after the Heart of Terror. That's how much Heart of Terror hits for. We could Leader, Madman Lugos. Doesn't do too much, though. We Heart of Terror. We probably end up doing right. I want to write Alula. We pass. I think we just keep our better cards. Since we're going to up here, because he didn't kill the Siri. So I think we just maintain that card advantage and keep our golds here. It does open us up to some potential 2-0s because we haven't drawn Golden Necker yet. But I think this is the correct choice to make. Squirrel doesn't do much. Yeah, a bit short on our cards that we want to see here. Considering our hand, I don't really mind just dropping this.
Don't you pester me.
Hey, there's the card we want to see. Now we just want him to pass, which he probably won't. But if he tries a 2-0, now we are secure against it.
How would I even close my ears? That's just stupid.
Don't really mind playing that too much. Not going to a long round 3. 6 cards is fine. We have Last Say still. So Heart of Terror can hit the gourd, which should be very, very good. We just don't want to waste on something else before. We can open... If we open right, he probably hits us with Eskel. Not much to do about that. Ermion can tutor Shackles still. That's the only thing can tutor. Shackles against his deck is kind of bad. Although... He's done. I was going to say, although usually they don't actually play Caress in the non-devotion ones. Usually Caress is for the devotion decks. So the lock should actually work here. And our hand's just incredible. can just answer everything.
There is no other way.
Some vampires here, potentially quite dangerous. A lot of engine. Obviously, this will be pretty good. We do have a Lula though. That's nice. I think here we want Berserker's not great here. Urbian is because we will potentially want to unlock an Alula. That's what he does. Nekarat first. Portal vampires. Okay, so I think this is actually one of the better ways to play vampires, to be honest. I think it's pretty strong. Let's see, do we want to go Alula? The problem with Ciri is that Feast for Blood purifies, and it's pretty common, and so is the Purify Vampire. But it blocks Riptide. Like, that's the trade-off here. If we play this, it's going to get purified. If it's Feast for Blood, he doesn't have a Vampire, so he doesn't get the bleeding. So we might probably wait on playing a Vampire for it then, which means this will still be protected for a turn. Decisions. I think we just go for the Alula. He's got the Riptide, he's got it. Might Heat Wave this too. We'll see. Might just bleed it. We don't have the best synergies with her, is the only thing. We just have one Brockfire Warrior. But just one Brockfire Warrior and her, we get to 6 reach, which is quite good. It would kill like a Nekarat that's not boosted. Kill a Flutter off of Nekarat. Let's see if he Heat Waves it. Yeah, he doesn't want to see this card anymore. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we're going to lose this on 7. That is quite scary. I want to play this on 7. Not now, because it gives him a turn to Purify where he knows that low tempo doesn't matter. Let's just cycle.
Don't you pester me.
That could be good. It mostly is going to cure bleeding. Curing bleeding can be really nice, especially if there's a Verena. Put the Bear Witcher in there. Because this, we're going to bring back the Alula. This has better synergies and damage. So now we go for the Ciri, right? So then he plays a Purify. We play another card first, then into this Ciri. Like, we could go this into Ciri. There's no great way to do this. Could just rely on Ciri 2 to 3, but I don't want to because we're missing Necker. Play this, he purifies, he still goes up. Still set up Madman Lugos for a bit of a potential punish. Let's do this. If he goes for a Flutter here, we can Madman Lugos kill it. Let's go for Garcane. Goes for a Garcane. I mean, this does have good value here. Probably have double leader Madman Lugos reaches 10 damage. And it's just 6 damage as is. Then we go Ciri here, which sets us up into either passing or playing for something good value. So he wins on Eerie with wins on even with us having Ciri, which he won't. We'll play this here. Now he's out of bleeding on us, so this would be a great time for him to have a Feast of Blood. Feast of Blood. Yeah, he has it. Not surprised. So now we pass. Thought we'd go for it there. It's worth trying to get that out. Because he's only done bronzes in Portal, which means the rest of this game is going to be very hard. Well, I mean, he did this, but it doesn't really count. Discarded this earlier, by the way, so we do have something for right, even if it's not something good. We have Ermion, so I think we put this back now. We are short on alchemies in deck, and we are also short on witchers, so throw that back. Very nice to have the Golden Necker. Yeah, Ermion only has Crow's Eye and Decoction. He might just go 10 card round 3. Vampires are good at that kind of thing. He has all of his flutters left, so maybe he wants to play one for an Incubus? Like an Operator Flutter, maybe? If he has those in his hand, he might go for it. That would make sense. Just going to Incubus right away, so he's going to get his guy. We're going to get something bad. Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised he didn't go for the... He didn't go for Fiend, which means he wants to long round this. We have access to Decoction, but we might want to see if he has a Flutter. If he does have a Flutter, we can't kill it anyway, though. So we don't have his damage set up. I kind of want to do this.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
Just see what he wants to do. Nekara, okay. So we'll kill the Nekara, I think.
Gods protect us.
If he had a Flutter, I'm pretty sure we would have played it. I'm honestly a bit surprised he's playing here, but must be really wanting to push us. So he's gonna Oneiromancy the Flutter. We can just kill that. We can trade leader for the Flutter, which secures us the round. I think that's correct. I don't like it, obviously, but I think we have to.
Wanna know why I got my scar?
Well, what is it?
Let's put us ahead. We should be able to stay ahead with stuff like Geralt and then this punishing the wide row he now has. Well, I mean, we gave him the wide row, but it does exist. Heimdall plays for 14, which is pretty good. We can save the Bear Witcher combo, hopefully. Which we want to do before the Golden Necker, so we only have the one Bear Witcher. Unseen Elder coming down. I think we just dropped the Heimdall. It plays for even more now.
The time has come.
Would have been nice if Unseen Elder down to 3, but it's incredibly unlikely, so I didn't mention it previously. Let's see what the Doctor wants to do now. We have a sizable point advantage, which is nice. Delph, he's got a lot of value on board, though.
If you believe in any gods, pray to them now.
Regis gets base power, so Harp Terror's not great against it. We used to do the Bear Witcher thing this turn.
I'll cleave you in two.
That's a good Heart of Terror target. Do we have to Golden Necker? I think we do. Other cards just won't cut it. But we have the option of maybe getting Crow's Eye. We did not get Crow's Eye. Dagger is really our only potential card left. We have Dagger plus Heart of Terror for round 3 is our really the only thing we've got going for us. Please take this then. This will be good here. Take Bear Witcher. So we want to kill Unseen Elder. This ticks. It's fine if we just leave it as an engine. So hoping to get Crow's Eye, Purifier, Arnulf. Comes in with an Escal, okay. I mean, he does have 2-0 potential here. Well, heals 4. We're going to take a whole bunch, so we probably have to play both cards. Probably the Heart of Terror Oriana next. Right, the Bear Witcher.
All that dancing around.
Click this, it's not enough because we take the 6.
We'll turn the sea red.
Just lose to Regis though. I can see why he went for the push there. It does make sense. And our current hand can't beat what he has left. Like if he draws anything good here, we're done. But we're both just top decking, so you never know. Could just draw dead. Has more potential. This doesn't play for much considering it's only Berserker. So we have what? It's gonna be worth 6. This will be worth 8 and 4. Yeah, that's really not gonna cut it. See what he's got.
Give me some of that.
I debated doing this first. But at 1, he might just bleeding it and it would die. Nekarat. He should just win this with Regis, or really any card will win this. This won't transform. He only needs 6 points. Surely he has 6 points. Surely. Oh yeah, there's the points. He did end up with the Regis, so GG. His round 2 bleed worked. Some buffed Toussaint Hospitality here. We only have the 1 Tall Punish, so this could be quite dangerous. Because of that, I want to keep the Shackles. Probably want to keep the Squirrel too. Let's see what we're working against here with whatever his name is. Oh, RNG. Well, I mean, I don't really mind that card getting taken. Oh, he's playing Alchemies? What's he got?
Gods protect us.
Sancrael. So is it just a Golden Necker mill deck, or just a mill deck, I suppose? Just milling us. Huh. Well, do this.
You wish you could kiss my pale arse.
If it's mill, this could be interesting. Okay, sure. Sure. I mean, whatever. You could actually buff this out of coup range with Crow's Eye. Does that do anything? Not really. What else would we use Crow's Eye on, though? Considering he's milling us, we're gonna end up playing all of our bronzes probably.
Marries cultures, connects folk to one another.
Do we just decree this series so it doesn't get milled? That opens it up being removed. He's like Vilgefort's it. He's already used the invocation, which is good because it means he can't steal the series and play 2 series on us. But you can always draw the answer with scroll.
Don't you
I don't want to cycle if he's milling us. We'll just throw us out melee. Because he currently has less points than us thanks to the Sangreal. The Contrarella played for -1. Well, I guess it played for 0 because the Ermion will go back to 1 point. So if he draws a Purify, if he just draws a mill card. So he's trying to bleed that back into coup range. That's fine. That means we should play the Siri here, though. I'm sure he removes it. He's gonna love to see that, because Golden Necker really doesn't do much here. He's gonna mill us so we can't use it. The best case for is just to like open round 2 for 2-0 with it. If there's the Vilgeforts, we knew that was coming. Everyone in the world knew it was coming, to be honest.
All that dance in a row.
That's not too bad. So he's gonna coup us next turn. I guess should be the coup. I guess he can't be playing Golden Necker and coup. So this is me fair cart. There's the coup. So we squirrel that. So I am the round 2 value on it. See what he mills. Or takes, I guess.
Your eyes, my lord.
Alright, let Bricks Quen,
Double the coin and
but it isn't great play for him. And we're still ahead here because he's -12 off the Sangreal. It also means he doesn't have full series Sangreal combo.
Their kingdoms will collapse. Like
So yeah, there's the Regis for the mill. Took our decree, it looks like. He's still -12 though.
We'll paint the white frost red!
We're still ahead here. And he has Alula and he has Decree. There's Alula. So we're not ahead if we lock him. I'm gonna lock a Sandor anyway. This is neutral, sadly, otherwise we could do something really funny. This is very vulnerable, but it has such upside if we go with the Hemdall after. It also doesn't have enough tempo. I think we just lock this. Don't have to win on even. He's only up by 1 here, so we might take the pass while he can. Nope, he's gonna go Joachim.
Enough! Let us finish this.
So leadering would put 2 more points on his board. We'd get 2 more. He goes minus 12. He's at 41. Leadering puts us up on even. Do I want to do that, or do I want to keep it? I think we do it.
Wanna know why I got my start?
So he still loses 12 from the infuse. Crow's Eye. So he took our Crow's Eye to get him points there. That makes perfect sense. But we're going to get a full value Hemdall Dagger, so... this is going to be really good. And what's he going to do? If he kills the Hemdall, he wins the game, because we get milled by Regis. But I don't think he has it, and he does not have it. Excellent. But still, as soon as he wins the round, we get milled by this. Best case here is we draw Golden Necker and just rip it. That's bricked, right? We don't have a Witcher? That's what I thought. You're going back. No Necker. That is quite sad. It's all set up here. What do we bring back? I guess it's Dagger. Yeah, it would be Dagger. Just open with this. He needs some more milling still, so he should have provisions and mill cards that he hasn't used. Yeah. Provisions and mill cards he hasn't used. That's fine. We bring back Dagger.
What do you need?
The 4 points difference between him and Hemdall will be made up more than... because I don't think he'll remove it.
Give me some of that.
So he still has to play mill cards. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. GG. This gets us 2 damage. This gets us, what, 4 more damage. So we're looking at... yeah, he's not catching up there. GG. That's the thing with Mill. If they play all their high tempo stuff like he did round 1, we got really tempoed on for a lot of his plays. Not a lot, but like some of them. That just means they can't have those cards round 2 because they're playing the mill cards, which means there's provisions in them. Some Golden Necker Dagger for you guys there, trying out the buffed cards. Now, to be fully honest, I don't think it's best to have both Hemdall, Dagger, Heart of Terror, and Madman Lugos. I think an additional consistency card over one of those would probably overall improve the deck. That being said, they do actually work pretty well together. The only one I would say is the Madman Lugos. Often you want to use your leader charges to buff up the Dagger out of like bronze removal range, which means that you need Madman Lugos. If you don't play it the next turn, it doesn't work the best, but I do like him. I wanted to try all these guys out too. And Hemdall really doing his job today. So very happy with how the deck performed. It's obviously not gonna be like the top tier deck, I don't think, but I wanted to use all the buffed cards kind of together where they had some synergies, and I quite liked it. Yeah, I just quite liked it. It worked out pretty well. The only thing I have to say is, sadly, we don't have any funny self-wound games with Dagger, but, you know, can't have everything. As far as the deck, like I said, an extra consistency card would probably be great. And then, as far as the rest, I think everything worked out pretty well. Freya's Blessing would be pretty good as well. And I do think that... I do think we played Patricidal Fury to synergize with the Madman Lugos. I do think Blaze of Glory, sending like Yutta, is just better. So you have a second target for right. I think that is better than what we did here. But in that case, you can't really run the Madman Lugos, which is a new card we want to try out. Not new, but newly buffed we want to try. So if you want to make the most competitive possible version of this type of deck, I do think there's something in Blaze of Glory. As you can do Blaze of Glory, you can remove the Madman Lugos. It gives you 9 for something pretty good. We go with a Yutta, wherever she is. I have to remember to not save these changes, otherwise I'll post the wrong deck link. Everyone always complains. But yeah, I think we do this. And then we can put in like a Roach. We can put in something else. Because this also thins your deck by 1, which is great. And then you are missing the leader damage. Kind of like when our deck, we didn't have the most leader damage, like you dagger, reckless flurry, like the greatsword type deck used to do. You could do something like that instead. I like having the leaders that help out here, but with just this, it's kind of hard to make the dagger live. So I think you'd probably take him out in this type of a deck. Then use these provisions for something else, like something tempo-wise, something consistency-wise. I think that would make the most sense. And by most sense, I mean you'd put in Yalmar here, and then probably maybe take like Urbane or something, make some adjustments. But I think that would be probably a bit better. But if you want to play Madman Lugos and Dagger and such like this, it did work pretty well today. I do think it's a bit vulnerable, and we don't have the most consistency specifically for a Golden Necker deck, but really fun. Had a lot of good times with this one. That's what's important at the end of the day. So that means I really liked it. Hopefully you guys did too, and we will see you in the next one.